So then this was how we were going to make our first 1 billion GP. We were looking at the Grand Exchange, the Runescape Grand Exchange. We could see the price rises, the price falls, the valuable trades. So we went to the price rises last 7 days. We were looking at free-to-play items because we're only free-to-play. We were looking at orange dyes were rising, and then we seen that the red berries were rising, the red dyes were rising, the purple dyes were rising. We're like, why are all the dyes going up? There's the blue dye, there's the yellow dye. The dyes are just going crazy in prices. And then we searched for dyes, right? Yeah, we were searching for, well, what are all of the dyes doing? And then we're like, the blue dye, they're all going up in price. The blue dye, we could click, we could look at the graphs, we could see the blue dye was skyrocketing, the green dye was skyrocketing. Why were they skyrocketing? So there's the amount traded, so 1,000, so there are decently amount, 700 traded, so we didn't notice the amount traded down at the bottom. That's where that was before. 4,000. Holy jeez, those are traded so much. And then the orange dyes, we had to figure out how to make these. We had to figure out, 4,000 traded. Holy jeez. We had to get on this quickly before everything started crashing again, because everything that rises, it crashes, right? If we go to that 3 months, it probably goes up and down, and so this is the highest peak. So these are, wow, 4,000. Geez, so we had to hurry up. How do we make these dyes? How do we buy them? Because we looked at the Grand Exchange limit, we could only change like 150, but geez, they do trade a lot every single day. And then we're looking at the onions. We're like, geez, what were the onions? We were pricing everything. You need onions to make dyes. The onions, they were 53. The onions were skyrocketing too. And then we're looking at the woad leaves, because you need woad leaves to make all the dyes. And then the woad leaves, they were still crashing, so that's alright. The woad leaves were good. Oh, and then our item finished. And then what was the last thing? The red berries. We need the red berries to make all the dyes too, and we've seen that the red berries were going up in price, right? Yes, the red berries were skyrocketing in price, and there's lots of those being traded too. So now all we had to do is make a whole bunch of dyes, probably, right? We go to the dyes, we could figure out what they need. The red berries, we need the onions, the woad leaves. We were trying to figure out where do you get red berries? We can go pick up the red berries, but then since the red berries were only worth like 42 coins or something, 28 coins, it'd be better to go pick up bones. We could just sell bones and buy red berries, right? And then the onions, I think we looked up, yes, the onions, they were like 53 coins. We could go pick up onions really good, but then might as well just go pick up bones and then just buy onions with them, right? So we're not going to go and pick onions. We could go to the Grand Exchange, Grand Tree, but we're not members. And then we're looking at woad leaves. We could go trade with Weiss in the Garden are offering 20 coins, so he'd give us, they sell for like 40 coins, so 60 coins every time we talk to him. We'd have to sit there forever talking to him. We'd talk to him 100 times, and then we'd get like 6,000 profit, so that was out of the question, right? We don't want to sit there talking to him forever, so we were going to go buy the items. We were playing a RuneScape here, right? We were on the Grand Exchange. Oh no, we didn't, hold on. Yes, we logged on to RuneScape, we went to the auction house, we went to see what were the prices, so we bought one and we sold one, so the red berries were 30 to 32, and the onions, we were looking, why were the onions so crazy? The woad leaves, we bought one, we sold one, they were 45 to 50, and then the onions, they said there was like 53 on the Grand Exchange, but they were skyrocketing, so they were 76 to 175, so there's a 100 profit margin for the onions. Oh, we did buy some onions, okay, so we put some offers in for buy it as they come in. So we put some buy prices in, right? We're gonna buy 100 of each of them, and then maybe we could go trade them for dyes and then figure out how to make all the dyes. And we haven't tried buying the dyes yet, right? So here are the buy and sell prices of these. Maybe we should just instant buy them because they're so cheap, and then we could just turn them into those dyes and then just sell them. We don't know what the dye prices are. We should check the dye prices. What were they? This is taking absolutely forever. Screw this. I don't know. It's only 2 coins, right? We could buy the red berries for 30 coins, or we could buy them for 32 coins. So we're not going to sit here all day for buying red berries at 30 just to save $2. What? No. Let's buy red berries right now. So buy 100 of them. So what was that? 32 was the instant buy price. We could buy red berries, and now we have 100 red berries. And same with the woad leaves, right? I don't think we're going to sit here for $5. But then the onions are so ridiculous price. So the woad leaves, we wanted to buy it for 50, right? 50 was the instant buy. We could buy 100 of them for 50, so it cost us 5,000 coins. We have all the woad leaves, and then the onions, they will come in, I guess. Eventually the onions will come in. So now what do we do with these items? We have to bring them to the Draenor, don't we? Oh, we should check the prices. We should see what the dyes even are. We should see if we could even sell them. Maybe we can't sell them as a new account or something. So we have some free spots. So let's. What is the blue dye? The blue dye is what, 214. So it's skyrocketing. So it's probably way up there. Hopefully it is way up there. Yes, we can't even buy the blue dye for 376. Take that offer out so we can see what are the margins on the blue dye. They must be just crazy. Blue dye. Let's try out. Jeez, I don't even know. Should we? So if we can't buy it for 500, we know it's above 500. Okay, so it's 395. 395. What's the sell price? What if we instantly sell it? 264. Okay. So now we have the blue dye information. 264 to 395. Wow, it's like holy geez, huge margins. And then what about the other dyes? Let's search the other dyes here quick. And then here's what we found out. We found that the blue dyes were, 264 to 395. The red dyes were 300 to 500. Yellow dyes were 312 to 336. And then the other three dyes, they were special dyes. We couldn't make them with just these materials. We had to combine the dyes to make them. So can we even do the other dyes on free to play? Search for dye. There's a blue, yellow, red, and the green, orange, and the purple dyes. Oh, geez, how much are these ones? Doesn't have to be like 1,000 or something. So we could buy this one, confirm. We could say it is a 999 for the green dye. Jeez, that is just insane. 999, 670. Wow. So then here's what we found out. The green dyes were 670 to 999. The purple dyes were 500 to 563. The orange dyes were 580 to 600. So the green dyes were just insane for the ranges, and the same with the blue dyes and the red dyes. So we could just flip these dyes. We could buy 150, and then we could also go, we could go make those things and go make the dyes. We're going to go make the dyes. We're going to go buy some more materials, right? We have a whole bunch of materials. We should go put some buy offers in for those other things. So we instant buy some red berries and some wood leaves. Or the prices of the yellow dyes. Were the onions worth picking up? Because we do need the other things. We do need the onions, 70, 140, so it's 300. It's not worth picking them at the buy it now price, but if we wait, we could, we have some onions, right? We collected some. Got 6 of them. We got 6 onions. Onions are hard to come by. So now we have to work our way to the Draenor village and talk to AG probably and get her to make us some potions. And then we could sell some and put some buy offers in. We need more spots. It's all the way down here. Holy jeez, that's going to be a long run. So we had 1,000 red berries and we had 1,000 woad leaves. We just bought them instantly before we left, right? And then collect the onions were slowly coming in. We had some offers. Wanted to buy 300 onions. We would have 300. They were going to be the most expensive things to buy. So can we take the notes? Do the notes work for the red berries? Hopefully they do. Take 30 noted red berries. If not, then we could use the woad leaves. We don't have to take them noted. So we took them over to AG, the witch over here, right? She was going to transform them into dyes. So we'll see if these noted things don't work. Then I'll have to take them unnoted. How do we open this door? So we got inside the house, and then there's actually 2 items on here. So I wonder what these sell. Are they worth picking up and selling as well, or what? Do we buy these while we're making the dyes? The tomatoes, 48, 65. So that's like another 100 GP we would get. So we click on these. We go use red berries with AG. Nothing interesting happens. All right, so they must be unnoted then. So we ran back to the bank. Ran back to get unnoted ones, right? If you take a deposit all red berries, withdraw all red berries. We go back to AG, which we have our coins and our red berries. And the game tells us that the red berries are worth $756. $756. So if we use the red berries on you, $756. Oh wow. Okay. Yes, use all the red berries on you. $756 is what it was. What is it after we're done using the red berries? Alright, so it cost $45 to make these potions. So now what is it? It's $2,106. So that's over $1,000, and that's really quick. Wow, $234 each, but they're worth more, right? What are the prices over here? What do they say? $236. Red dyes was $300 to $500, so they're worth more than that. They're worth more than that. So geez, wow, we made bank. We made bank with the red dyes. What about the blue dyes? Are the blue dyes just good? We'll probably have to make 1,000 of all of them. which are the wool leaves. They're probably better because they stack, right? The wool leaves, they stack, but then we'll be able to make the blue dyes, and then the yellow dyes, we're going to be short on the yellow dyes. We're going to have to figure out how to combine the dyes later, see if it's more worth it to combine the dyes. See, so we just use the wool leaves on AG, and then she'll give us a blue potion, right? You'll give us a blue potion. Yes, you give us the blue potion. Nice. It just cost the same $5, so wow. So we're going to be really rich now, 446. So it'll cost 2 wool leaves, so we could maybe count that up if we count how many blue dyes we have at the end of this. So then now we just made our last dye, right? If we go here, we put we use what? She's 52 of these, so those cost us generally around like 2,200, something like that. So now we go add all the blue dyes, and now we have 5,500, and then blue dyes are actually 264 to 395, so that's more like 6,000. So it's much better to use the red berries, the wool leaves, just because they stack. We're going to be so rich after this. Holy jeez, we're just going to have to do this millions and millions of times, running back and forth between the bank. And I don't even know about the onions. We don't really have enough onions to really investigate the yellow dyes. Well, maybe we do. We should make some onions. So here now we should just go make 1,000 dyes, or however many dyes we can make with them. We can make the wool leaves. Let's just get all the red berries out of the way, because those we can only make so many times. We can make 9 of those per trip in 26, but we should go through all the dyes, because if we just stick with one dye, then the market's gonna crash or something. Yes, we should not use all one dye. If we just make like 10,000 of one dye, then that'll change the prices. But if we make like 1,000 of each of the dyes, then it won't have as much of an effect. So yes, we just sit here and use the red berries on AG, and then we sit here for years and years and years making potions. And we can do, is that better than arrows? Maybe it is. Something different. As long as we're doing something different. Next, the arrows, it was fun. It definitely doubles your money really quick, but you have to hop the worlds all the time. And then here it's something different, because we have to hop to our bank all the time. And then we have to keep on clicking on her, and then we have to go hop to our bank again. So we'll come back after all these are made, I guess. Yeah, we'll just make I don't know if we're gonna make all of them. We're probably gonna come before they're all made and say this is taking absolutely forever, and then we're gonna just take them to the auction house and sell them, and then we'll figure we could combine the dyes, right? Yeah, we should figure out how to combine the dyes, because we have all the base dyes. If we have all the base dyes, then we could make all the really super unique dyes, all the other colored ones. We just need more red berries. Buy red berries. And here we'll come back later then. Alright, geez, so we've been here for absolutely forever. I don't know how many hours. It hasn't probably been like 1 hour or less than an hour, but we made 184 dyes. We made 250 blue dyes, and then we have all these wool leaves left, and all these red berries still. So we used over 500 red berries. We used like 500 wool leaves, and then collect. Nobody is selling any onions. We only have 10 onions. We got 10 onions during that whole time. So I don't even know. We don't keep track of time, right? We're not seeing how many hours it's been. We're seeing how long is it until you get ridiculously bored and then you don't want to do it anymore, right? So we got all these coins. We might as well go use these red berries. But geez, I don't know. We've just been sitting here clicking on the witch. We've been getting a whole bunch of coins, but geez, we have to figure something else. Do we want to use these? We'll leave the game. We'll come back in like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll come finish doing these, I guess. Then we'll be rich and be able to combine them. We don't even know what they combine into, right? The dyes, they combine blue dye, because we want to make it the green dye, mixture of blue dye and a yellow dye, because the green dye was like $1,000, wasn't it? Jeez, yeah, we'll come back. We're just burnt out. We can't make any more potions right now. We'll have to come back later. So there we go. We made the final potion. We made as many potions as we could with all the ingredients. We got the red potion, the yellow potion, the blue potions. Now we need to figure out how to combine them to make better potions, right? We never run energy. We have to be careful here, because one time that dark mage, it came into the bank and it was attacking everybody, so we had to switch worlds. We didn't want to be in the bank here. So we got 333 red dyes, and then we got 500 blue dyes. We got only 9 yellow dyes. Those the onions are so ridiculously rare. Nobody sold me those onions in that whole time, so we couldn't make any yellow dyes. So all we have is these ones. And where do we get onions from? If onions worth like 175, that'd be 3. That'd be like, geez, like almost $5,000 per inventory. Holy jeez. if we could find a place to pick onions. It said over by Lumbridge there was over by. That's pretty far from the bank though, isn't it? The M. Okay, it was way over here. I guess it's not too far. Maybe right over here. Is that what it is? Or over here or something? There's some place to pick onions anyways, and then if we could find a bank, if we could go through the back of the exit, we go into the castle that way. I'm not too sure about here. Let's go to the Grand Exchange. Let's try to sell all of our loot here. See if we can sell everything. Figure out what it is. We'll go to the Varrock. See if we can figure out where those onions are. We'll go pick an inventory of onions, and we'll try to sell onions too, because the onions are probably ridiculously expensive. Yeah, they are. They are so expensive right now. We found the place. We found the place where the onions are, right? So we could just sit here and pick onions and then just make bank like this too. There's absolutely no limits to the amount of ways you could make gold in this game. You could just make so many gold coins everywhere. Just go pick all the onions. We got one full inventory of onions. We're trying to change things with the view. We don't know how we're gonna do it. This is how the game used to look, right? The game used to look like this, and then it's just really small because we have such big TV screens nowadays. If we switch worlds, maybe. We could switch worlds. How do we switch worlds on this view? Where we go here to this world, and then there's going to be more onions. The onions just started respawning, didn't they? Or did we miss that one? Now there's this guy's picking onions. There's already onion pickers. He's already picking the onions too. We're gonna get his onions. Jeez, you stupid onions. These are our onions. Let me go to this world too. There's another onion there. So there's other people picking onions here. Is there onion picking people? Is that like a thing people do nowadays? I guess it would make sense if they're so expensive. People definitely should pick onions. We could pick onions here. We could run them to AG over there, and then she could turn them into dyes. That would make sense. That would make so much sense. It's so close to the place too, right? We don't have any yellow dyes. Yeah, we don't have any yellow dyes, and then it's just over here. We go to the onion farm. Let's go to the map. The M. The bank's over here, and then the is over there. Because if we're under the bank, we're running upstairs. That'd be the same thing anyways. There's no bridge to go up over there. We could just go here, pick onions, run to the bank. So yes, we'll go run to the bank, and then we'll go to the Grand Exchange. Go get some yellow dyes here, and the onions they respawned already. Jeez. We could sell the onions straight on the auction house for more than the dyes. Yes. I don't know if they're going to sell for 175 though. What do we do with the onions? Do we keep them or do we turn them into dyes? We have like 9 dyes, but then we could make them into more expensive dyes. Jeez, and then we have our buy offer for the onions, so maybe we'll have some when we go, but maybe they'll be sold out already. Jeez, what should we do in this situation? We got some bad news. We ate 3 of them, right? Because it has the right click to eat them. No, we dropped the one. Okay, so we ate 2 of them and then we dropped one. So you have to right click the onion and use them. So they are a little bit harder to make too. The onions, you have to use the right click button. If you don't, then you're gonna eat the onions and then all your profits are gone. Jeez, you have to be careful with these, and it's a lot harder. If we just keep them as raw onions, we could just sell the onions for the same price basically and don't have to worry about eating them. So we'll just go to the auction house, I think, and then we'll figure out what we're doing here. We'll just turn these last onions into potions here. We'll go, yes, 1 more onion potion, please. 1 more potion. Use, and then we use this, and then we're gonna have a whole bunch of bank now. We have to deposit these, and then we'll run up to the Varrock. So then we can see it does actually work. People do buy the onions for the 174. I just posted some, and people bought 2 of them right away, and then the blue dyes, we just checked the price, but we were looking at the green dye. We made some green dyes, and they sold for, holy jeez, 998. We sold 10 of them right as soon as we posted them almost. Here comes another one. Someone bought another one, so we're gonna have a whole bunch of money from the green dyes. And then the blue dyes, we were selling those. We sold 1. So if we sell those, we're gonna have 191,000. If we sell the red dyes, we're gonna have 166,000. And then, jeez, we're already, so what is that? That's like 350,000, 350, 60, 70,000. So we're gonna have like $400,000 now at the end of this episode. Wow, we just turned 140,000 into 400,000. How long did that all take? Way too long. We don't know how long it took. It took way too long. Probably an hour or something. Maybe an hour or 2, somewhere around there. But geez, they're selling more. All these will be sold, and then we'll be rich.